Hey, Mystic Michaela spiritual family. Welcome to Know Your Aura with Mystic Michaela today. Manifesting for your aura color. Chances are you've been doing it wrong. Well, guess what? I'm going to make it super simple for you today. But first, hey, Scotty.
Hey, guys. Well, I know I've been doing it wrong. That's just a given.
Well, we have so much to talk about red auras and all auras and manifesting.
Yes. Well, first of all, it's good to be back. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Happy holidays. Hopefully you had a wonderful holiday.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to talk to the audience about how you have a real issue this time of year with how long everybody says Happy New Year for?
Yeah, that is one of my issues. Actually, I just broke my rule.
When's it appropriate?
Because I just wished everyone a Happy New Year, and it's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you? I think like the first week.
The first is okay.
First is first
the second.
Is fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Now it's January 3rd. Happy New Year. Enough.
That's enough.
Enough.
Yeah, around the 3rd or the 4th, it's enough.
You're like enough.
It's enough.
So you're way past that.
Yeah, because this is like what the 7th now. Yeah. So yes.
Okay.
I broke my rule. Okay, let's just move on.
All right.
I don't like to break my own rules, but all right. How long have we been doing this podcast for?
Quite a while. Since 2019.
2019. So
yeah.
And now it's 2026.
Mm-hmm.
So it's what's almost 7 years.
Yeah,
right?
August of 2019 we started.
And
Know your aura.
Sometimes this is the weirdest thing. Maybe it's not weird. I'll get an email.
Yeah.
And someone who's been listening from the beginning.
Yes.
And they still don't know their aura.
They're blue. Or turquoise.
I mean, you've been listening. You've been fantastic. But you've been listening to my nonsense for 7 years, and you still don't know your aura.
If you don't know your aura, you're blue or turquoise.
Yeah, or they just haven't. Sometimes people do know their aura.
Yeah,
and there's this phenomenon where they need to have it confirmed by you,
Aww.
even though we tell them, you do it. You do it. You
really
can do
the power is yours.
Yeah, whatever colors you think you are, that's what you are, right?
Exactly.
But there is this phenomenon where they want to officially confirm it.
And it's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah. So I think this year, if you've been listening all these years and you don't know your aura, this is the year you're going to find out.
You're going to learn your aura. 2026, know your aura.
Yes. And there's many ways you could do this.
So many ways.
First of all, you have the quiz in the book. That would be
So I wrote, What's my aura? It's a book, and there's a very extensive and helpful quiz. The problem is you have to take it like yourself, not who people see you as, which is sounds simple, but so hard for some people to separate who they are to other people to who they actually are. So I say take it as your 16-year-old self is kind of how I tell people to get around that. But yeah, and then we also have a knowyouroura.com. We have a quiz. Mm-hmm.
There's many ways to get if there's a will, there's a way for this, right? Because you have your Substack.
Oh yeah.
Every month on Substack you do X amount of confirms.
Yes.
15 to 20 confirms.
Yeah.
On there. You have we do books with confirmations.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of ways to get it done.
Yeah.
And we're just hoping that I feel so bad. If someone's been listening to this for 6 years, 7 years, and they don't know their aura, I want them to know their aura.
Even go to like @Mystic Michaela on my Instagram in the highlights. There's so much free stuff there. You can just kind of go through. If it resonates with you, it probably is you. Yeah. And if you still don't know it, you're probably, like I said, blue. Or turquoise.
Turquoise have a tough time figuring themselves out.
Yeah, color this episode. But before we get into that, let's talk about manifesting in general, because every year at the beginning of the year, if you've been following this, I like to start the year with a manifesting episode. And the thing is there's really the trick to it is there's no trick to it. That's the thing. Like I always see these like all these things people join and do and whatnot, and it's fine. But honestly, it's really understanding what your mindset is and working around your own mindset. Like you can't be somebody else and manifest for who you think you are or who you think you should be. You have to really get real with yourself and see what works with you. Now that's way simpler said than done. And therefore my favorite place to start is aura color, because I feel like it's an easier way to get to know yourself quickly, and you can manifest from that starting point. Because all manifesting is a mindset. All it is how you think and what aligns with you. You can't manifest anything that doesn't align to you authentically.
Okay.
You know, that's a big thing that people don't get. Like, you can't manifest who you think you should be based on what other people think you should be, if that makes sense. Like, it's anything you've ever gotten and manifested, it's aligned to you somehow. Sometimes negatively, sometimes positively, but it has aligned to who you are and what your mindset authentically is right now. And we're going to work around that with the aura colors today.
Okay. So what we'll do, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to tackle it color by color.
Yes.
Okay.
My go-to cozy drink at night has not been that sugary hot chocolate or caffeinated coffee. It has been bone broth. Clean, collagen-rich bone broth made by an award-winning chef. This podcast is sponsored by Brodo. Welcome to the hottest trend in nutrition for the last 2,000 years. Bone broth. Brodo's bone broths are made from scratch. No concentrates, preservatives, or shortcuts, so you get the best broth money can buy. Brodo makes bone broths that are delicious enough to drink. Each cup delivers whole food protein, about 10 grams per serving, along with collagen-building amino acids, electrolytes, and nutrients to support gut health, immunity, joint, skin, and general wellness, all under 50 calories and with 0 sugar or fat. Brodo sent me a sampler pack. It is really cool and well shipped. They're pre-made, so you just heat it up and put it in a mug. And you can also cook with it. My favorite, honestly, is just drinking the bone broth, the beef flavor, straight from a mug. It tastes amazing. It is so yummy. I've been craving it. You know, Brodo was launched by award-winning chef Marco Canora. He started selling Brodo out of the side door of his East Village, Manhattan restaurant 11 years ago. And now, whether you want a quick warm drink or a nourishing base for cooking, Brodo does make it so easy. They ship nationwide, so you don't have to be in New York City to enjoy Chef Marco's masterpiece. I honestly can't stop talking about Brodo's bone broths to everybody. My skin looks so good. It's really the best thing I could do for my skincare and my beauty routine. Just that little bit of Brodo every day. But is broth actually good for you, or is it all just hype? Well, a 2025 study found that the amino acids in broth heal leaky guts and strengthen the immune system. Shop the best broth on the planet with Brodo. Head to brodo.com/KYA for 20% off your first subscription order and use code KYA for an additional $10 off. Once again, that's brodo.com/KYA for 20% off your first subscription order and an additional $10 off if you use my promo code KYA. Hey, Scotty.
Hey, guys. All right, let's start with the logic colors. We'll go red, yellow, and green first.
All right, so I picked out specific manifestation tricks and tactics. These aren't mine. These are things that are kind of out there that are, I don't know, people kind of tout them as ways to manifest. The thing is as you listen today, you may find that even if it's not your aura color, you kind of like a certain manifestation tactic. Use it, try it, why not? And the other thing is with logic colors, the red, the yellow, and the green, the way that you manifest has to kind of make sense to your reality. So real quick with manifesting, all manifest, like whatever you want, like whatever your intention is, it exists the second you think of it. All right. The second you think of it, it exists. It just doesn't exist in your physical reality. It exists in your thoughts, and then it exists in your dreams, and it exists in something that you can call the 5D, or a place of limitless abundance. That's kind of like the iCloud of everything. That's like the share place. It's all there. But to make it real into the physical reality takes time. This is the problem for the logic auras. The second I want something, I want it to poof, appear. And it's a little bit harder for them to latch on to the emotional part of it with manifesting, which is necessary. Meaning, if I think about it, if I dream of it, if I believe it, it's already true. Usually by the time you get something that you've manifested, you don't feel there's no desperation involved. That's a big thing. Desperation is the kryptonite of manifestation. I tell people, if you come to my meditations, like, when you manifest something, when you put out an intention, like I want a house this year, or I want the love of my life, or something like that, you have to treat it, your intention, as if it's something that you just purchased on Amazon. Like when you press buy now, you know, and it's like, oh, I did it, already did it. Like, and all you did was press that you bought it, purchase, and you know that it's coming. Like that same feeling that when you do it for paper towels has to be the same. But the problem is we only manifest things we tend to like really want super bad. You manifest stuff all the time. It's just usually you're getting the stuff that you're not like life or death over. So you have to kind of treat your intention. And this is hard. You got to wrap your mind around it so that you're not life or death over it anymore. It's just kind of like accepted as something that's like, obviously that's coming. And usually you have to do that by thinking about it and dreaming about it and just kind of being one with it emotionally before it shows up physically. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Okay.
It does make sense.
So let's talk about...
But it is tricky for a guy like me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why let's start with red auras.
Okay, let's start with the red.
Red auras like to touch it, to see it, to poke it. They want it to be real.
Yeah.
And they want it now.
Right.
Like right now. So this is a tactic called manifest a free cup of coffee.
Well, that one's easy.
There you go. You're already doing it.
Yeah, I could give you a tip to get a free cup right now.
Go ahead.
Well, if you're near a Hampton Inn, all you do is pretend you're staying there. Okay?
So cheap.
Just,
right?
Yeah. You know, sometimes I'll just walk into the Hampton Inn. The coffee's out all day.
Yeah.
It's good coffee. It's free.
There
I'm not
you
staying
go.
there. Like I wave to the guy, you know, at the front desk. Sometimes they're there, sometimes not. Hey, how you doing? They think I'm staying there.
So that's here you go. That's step one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say you're a red aura, and maybe this works for any aura color. Try this. All right. So the first thing is go for the easy. Okay. You're getting your oil changed. Oh, there's free coffee right in the waiting room. Huh.
There you go.
But instead of being like, well, obviously there's free coffee here. I went to the Hampton Inn and got it, you know, Instead of doing that, be like, oh, here's my free cup of coffee. Look, I manifested it. Now, there's a part of you, there's a little nagging voice in your head like, no, you didn't. This is just like how the world works.
That's what it would be in my head.
Correct. So what you do is you fight against that. Okay. And then you're like, well, I'm going to manifest 2 free cups of coffee today. And now you're open to it. You have to be open to however it happens. When that coffee lands in your hand, you're like, I manifested this. This could be somebody comes into work and they're like, hey, I got you a cup of coffee. This could be you're at Dunkin' and they're like, hey, I made an extra one. Do you want it? For the customer that's yeah, I want it. You manifested that free cup of, and even if it it has hazelnut in it and you don't usually drink hazelnut. Like you have to sit there because I live with a red and I know how, no loopholes. Anytime you get that free cup of coffee, you have to say, okay, I manifested it.
Okay. So, and this is going to be hard, I think.
Okay.
Like, especially for a red. Other colors, maybe this is easier because I'm going to fall back on, like, I just know the tricks. Like,
that's why you have to keep doing it over and over again until you're getting so much free coffee that you're like, holy cow. This got weird, and then because listen, a cup of coffee isn't make or break you. This is just like a game you're playing. Remember when I said you can't get desperate about things, or we have to start small sometimes. We can't just go straight for like, I need the love of my life right now, like that. Yeah. Like, let's just do free cup of coffee because the disappointment isn't so awful that you're playing with or whatever. So when you start manifesting a cup of coffee, like so easily to the point where somebody just sent me it in the mail or who knows what, okay, then you feel powerful. You're like, just like I manifested that cup of coffee last week, I'm going to manifest the promotion or, the deal or the real estate or the love or the whatever it is. But you got to start small, conquer that small thing, and then understand that how I do one thing, I can do it again in the same exact way, like copy paste. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. And then hopefully I can stop going to Hampton Inns.
Yeah.
Because I think they're on to me now.
That's so cheap, by the way.
I don't do that. I don't go to this. I don't do that. Oh, fine.
You do.
Once in a while. Once in a while.
You do.
Once in a while.
So
one time, look, there's a Hampton Inn next to the doctor I go to. Okay.
Yeah.
One time I was waiting. The doctor was taking a long time. So I just walked over to the Hampton Inn. And got a coffee.
Who knows what you do when we're not around? Okay. Let's talk about yellow auras.
Okay.
All right. So yellow auras are really big on practice makes perfect. All right. I think any yellow aura I talk to, they love self-improvement. They're big on self-help. They're usually good at scaffolding. Okay, this is what I want in life. And I understand that there's a lot, let's break it down into a lot smaller steps to get there. So you got to kind of work with the yellow aura way of thinking in order to help them with manifesting. And one of this is called repetition, like 7 by 7 by 7. Okay. So you write it 7 times. So whatever your intention is. Okay. Let's say your intention is, I have the home of my dreams. We're just going to keep it really simple. I write it 7 times every day. I say it 7 times every day. All right. And I tell someone else 7 times a day.
Does it have to be the number 7?
Maybe it's 3 times 3 times 3.
Okay.
I like 7 because it takes away fear. Like 7 represents a release of fear. So that's why I like 7.
I would be fearful that I would never get to 7. Like I would write it 7 times, sure, but I don't know if I would be able to tell someone 7 times.
If you have problems with like obsessive tendencies, this is not the thing for you.
Okay.
Definitely.
Because I think someone could be like, because like sometimes you guys say I perseverate a lot.
Yeah.
You might just think I'm perseverating a lot.
It's not for. I don't feel like this is for reds.
Okay, it's not.
This is for yellows. Also, this wouldn't be for me. Because I get like a little OCD. Like I was diagnosed with that way back when I was pregnant. And I think I'm better now.
Are yellows?
It's not good for me.
Oh, okay. Are yellows big into numerology and angel numbers?
Yes.
And things like that?
Yeah, exactly. Like yellows love numerology. It's really interesting with yellow auras. Like numbers follow them more than I think other. Like we all see angel numbers and stuff. There's just something with yellows and numerology, angel numbers.
Maybe they notice.
They notice. They add maybe, and I'm not adding anything. Okay. So they're like add. So the universe responds to them kind of mathematically a bit easier. So kind of like the repetition with the conviction, and every time you do it, like you commit to it, or you just maybe I'm going to write it 7 times when I wake up. 7 times I'm going to say it as I'm driving to work. And then 7 times I'm going to say it to myself in the mirror. Like that kind of thing. Like every day you find 3, maybe 7 times 7 times 7, like however that works. And every time you do it, you're like saying it with conviction and you're saying it with like a passion. And you know that these are like, it's like doing crunches or something. Like every time I do it, I'm getting stronger. Every time I say it, I'm putting all intentions are our vibrations. Okay, they're little vibrations and everything has a frequency. So when you put an intention out there, what you're doing is you want to get on the frequency where it lives. So usually your intention's probably vibrating at a higher frequency than where you currently are. So you have to lift your own vibration to get to where it lives so that you can receive it. Last year we did an episode on staying on the vibration. That's like a whole other thing, like because it's harder to stay there once you're there because you're not used to it. But let's just get there.
Okay.
So that's kind of helpful. Green. Go ahead.
Well, let me just play like Debbie Downer here.
Oh, I love it.
So let's say I'm doing it. Oh, I'm not yellow, but let's say I was yellow.
Yeah.
And I'm doing this, and I'm doing the 7 times 7 times 7 thing.
Yeah.
And I've done this for X amount of days. I might get, let's say at some point I get tired. Like I don't see anything. I don't see any results. It's like I go to the gym. I do 100 push-ups. I don't see any results.
Well, you would.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the thing.
Well, let's say you didn't.
Okay.
But is there a possibility that you won't? And it's like day 49.
There's 2 things. One, and this would be a whole other episode, your intention isn't aligning to you.
Okay.
So thing number 1 with intention is you can't control other people. So it can't be like this certain person will fall in love with me. This certain workplace will value me. Like for example, let's say it's or this certain house will find me. Like maybe you're manifesting the house on the corner, like that specific house. You can't do that. You have to say, or it's equivalent. You can't manifest this certain, partner or their equivalent. You can't manifest this certain promotion or its equivalent, meaning give the universe room to put you in a different spot, which might be a different job, or it might be a different person, or it might be a different location, So you might be and this is a yellow problem too, they get too specific. Everybody gets a little too specific. You can't control other people. So you have to reevaluate your intention. That's 1. Number 2 would be, are you being a bit of a stickler? Meaning, where's the wiggle room? Where's the open mind? And that's where people can come in and be like, see, it's all fake. Well, it's mindset. Like you might notice that what you started wanting changes. You might notice that what you started wanting doesn't really align to you. Like, hey, wait a second, this isn't feel, right, this actually doesn't align to me. And then you have to tweak it. You have to change it. You have to evolve it. And that might be the other part of it.
Okay.
If you're not noticing things, you have to tweak it.
Tweak it.
And is that you deluding yourself or admitting defeat? That's the naysay kind of thing to say. I say you're spiritually evolving, you're adapting, and you have opened your mind to other possibilities. You're growing, and that's how I see it. Okay.
All right, the greens.
But that's a good question.
Yeah.
Green auras, a green aura loves a spreadsheet. They just do. And green auras are really good at focusing. So this is called, it's actually, Abraham Hicks came up with something called the placemat method. It's kind of like, it's just like a spreadsheet or a pros and cons kind of, just like a to-do list kind of a method. So what you do is take a sheet of paper or take your spreadsheet or whatever you're comfortable working on as a green aura. And you draw a line down the middle. And on one side, you write down the tasks that are whatever your responsibilities are for the day. Okay, like I got to mow the lawn. I have to run to Home Depot. I have to work on the bills. We all have our things we got to do every day. And then on the other side, write down what you're handing over to the universe. Dream home, love of my life, health, feeling safe and supported. All right, so on one side, you have the things that you can do. On the other side, you have the things you're like giving to the universe to take care of. So it's kind of like you have your to-do list and you've just given and sent out the to-do list to the universe there. And then you can even like take a picture of the list, and keep it on your phone, and that's it. You just trust that it's being handled. So every time you're doing your to-do list things, you're looking like, okay, but the universe is doing this while I'm doing that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's just kind of like separating the two parts of yourself. This is what I can control. And this is what I believe will be helped for me as long as I stay on my path and do my tasks and keep myself open to things. The universe will send this stuff to me. So it's like their to-do list.
Is it just of the three logic colors?
Yes.
Is there one that likes to manifest more than the others?
It really depends how balanced you are. And I would say like yellows, everyone manifests. I would say yellows are more aware they're doing it.
Yeah. Because I don't know how many reds, or maybe even, I don't know, maybe this works for greens too.
Greens do really well at it too once they figure it out because it's like a pattern.
But do they realize they probably don't even realize they're doing it, right?
Green,
if they're going to do it.
Once these green auras figure out what, I am in awe of greens that figure out manifesting. Because once they figure it out, they're like, oh, this is the pattern. And they're so focused and they're so good at staying adaptable in the right places and focused in the right places and balancing those two parts. They're the ones that do it almost instantaneously. Yellows are really a close second. Red auras are harder just because they're so physical world attached, but they can do it.
Okay, sounds great. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to do all of the empath colors, including the turquoises.
Here's a hot take. Maybe your New Year's resolution should be about enjoying yourself more and giving your sex life a bit more pleasure. I want to talk to you about Beducated. Beducated is 150 plus online courses on sex and intimacy, all created by the world's top experts. There's a huge variety, everything from self-pleasure to kink in one place. It includes video tutorials, practical exercise, reliable, trustworthy information in a really safe space. Sex is a skill, and like any skill, it can be learned and practiced and mastered. And you want to take this quiz that they have. You can click the links in my notes to do that. It is a quiz to get you started on your personalized roadmap to sexual happiness. I love Beducated. The information is really eye-opening and exciting, and you can kind of just use what they have to spice up what you already got going on, or just satisfy some curiosity, or to open yourself up to learning new things about yourself. You can explore this alone. You can explore this with your partner. I was surprised with just how much I learned, I think, and how much more I wanted to learn, and how much I was curious about everything else they had on there. So you're going to want to go to beducate.me/PD604-aura, or just click the link in my notes and start with the quiz. See where it takes you. You will not be disappointed, I promise. Hey, Scotty.
Hey, guys. All right. So now let's start with the empath colors.
Okay.
Is there an overall tip for empath colors before we start going through blue, indigo, etc.?
Yes. Empath colors need to focus on emotion. So whatever you have to kind of whatever your intention is, skip to what the material part of that is and go right to how do I feel when it comes. So sometimes a lot of the empath aura emotions do better as actual intentions. Like I feel safe. I feel loved, in my relationship. I feel valued at work. So the focus on the feelings, and when you really think about your intention, feel the feelings as if it already happened. That is really powerful we talk about lifting your vibration and keeping you there, feeling the feelings as if they're already real. Okay. Because I can feel loved. I can feel safe. I can feel peace. I can make myself feel, I can get better at feeling that way. And then physical world, people, situations, environments come in that make that just are attracted to it and make it even easier.
Well, this sounds exactly almost the opposite of what we just talked about.
Yeah.
Like the feeling versus
right.
the lists, etc.
And if you're like a double, if you're let's say you're yellow blue, you might want to try a yellow thing and a blue thing, right. So you might want to try both. But if you're a double empath, the logic color stuff, like me, none of those would work for me.
That's not going to work.
None of those are going to work for me at all. Okay. Because I need feeling stuff. So double empath emotions need to focus on what we're going to talk about here. Okay. But yeah, if you're both, I would try both.
All right. So let's see. I'm blue.
Okay.
So I don't think I ever probably manifest with the blue, right? I'm probably, if I'm going to do it, I'm probably red. Let's see.
So blue auras, we're going to talk about something that's called scripting.
Okay.
So scripting is when you kind of write or talk about your dream life as if it's already happened. All right. So why does this work for blues? Blues love to feel safe and cozy, and everyone around them feels that way too. And they love memories and moments, and they love the repetition of life in a way that's calm and comforting. And blues really find joy and gratitude in the simple things and in the simple life. So scripting works for blues because you're just talking about your perfect day. You can talk about it to yourself, or maybe you're more comfortable writing, but you're sitting there and you're like, I had the best day. And you're not deluding yourself, I think. And maybe you are, maybe you aren't, because I can see where some people are like, you're just lying to yourself about what's going on. Like, no, you're doing this with awareness and mindfulness. Like maybe you're not thrilled with going to work today, right? And so, because you don't feel valued there and people aren't nice, and maybe you feel dismissed, or who knows what it is. And you're like, I have the best job. I go to work. My boss says hello. I love my coworkers. We're going to have a birthday party for our friend. I made cupcakes. Like maybe you just talk about it in your head or write about it if it were perfect. And then just kind of latch on to scripting. Latch onto that story, latch onto how it would be. It doesn't have to be anything crazy or anything that takes up a ton of your time. Maybe it's on the way home from work every day. Like, I'm going to rewrite this day. Maybe it's on the way to, maybe you've had a lot of bad strings of dates and you want another date to be better. Maybe you start talking to yourself or writing about the date that worked out great. It's just kind of quick ways, almost like you're writing a movie, like a Hallmark movie for yourself.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done anything.
So when you were a kid,
yeah,
okay, what do all kids want to do? Like, I don't know, like be a baseball player or something,
hockey
right?
Player, yeah,
hockey
whatever.
player. So I wonder if before a game or after a game or when you were playing, you would be like, and Scotty scores and da-da-da. And then I go, do you remember kind of having those kind of play times with yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, that's scripting.
Okay.
So... But you just have to elevate it to like this age.
Okay. So if you hear me shouting, he shoots, he scores upstairs one day, you're not going to be freaked out.
I feel like you have to a lot of us drop these things as kids.
Yeah.
And so we don't know how to do it past our 8-year-old versions of ourselves. But there is a way to do it as your adult version of yourself. Maybe it's like, and I go to work and everybody says, yay. And, and I did this and I got promoted and I got the office I wanted. And, like that kind of thing. And you have to kind of just make it your adult version a little bit, which you might have to tweak with because it's just not as fun as being like, the hockey star of your 8-year-old dreams. But you might have to change it to, and I came home and I was able to, and I had made a great dinner for the kids, and we all sat around and told stories about our day, and we all had like the best stories, and everybody watched a movie, like script it, but for your adult life.
Okay. All right. Well, if you hear any screaming upstairs,
whatever. We know you're just getting your free cup of coffee from Hampton and saying, "Oh, look, I manifested it."
Yeah, I might just stick with that one. All right, let's go to indigo.
Indigo's a lot like blues. Indigos and blues always kind of remind me of each other with how it's a nuance. Indigos have to raise their vibe, and it's kind of like just cutting out anything that depletes you. Which is, again, easier said than done, but you can do it in tiny, tiny ways. Why? Indigo auras are extremely influenced by other people's attachments and cords and energy vibrations infiltrating their auric body or their energy body. What does that mean? That means that when someone's thinking about you, okay? When someone has a beef with you. When someone's about to call you. Like, you have these inclinations of people needing or thinking or going on all the time. So you have to, that's enough in our regular world, like pre-social media, where we're so infiltrated by this energy constantly. Like, it was enough just living on your block and going to work and going to school. Now it follows you home. It's sitting on your phone all the time. So what do? We have to raise our vibration. You have to. And I know people have said this, but it's so worth repeating, delete or unfollow or mute any accounts. And I mean anyone. I don't care if they're your friend from high school and they'll know if you unfollowed them or something. Like, mute them. Like, do something. Don't look up ex-boyfriends. Like, don't go looking for energy, because the second you start looking at people's accounts or they pop up on your feed, it affects you, and if they're not positive, it lowers you. Replace them with the positive things that make you happy. You know what I mean? It's actually, and I'll tell you only because I think I am an indigo who's on social media way
It must be tough. That must be real tough for an indigo on social media.
It is so awful. If I could make it just a Know Your Aura / Mystic Michaela Spiritual Family social media account. It's just, instead of Instagram, it's Mysticgram or something. And it's just us, our fam. Just the Mystic Michaela Spiritual Family all day, all the time.
Well, that's why we do have the Facebook page.
Thank God for the Facebook page.
That's all that is.
You go there, it's positive.
Yeah.
But Instagram's made it crazy. Oh my God, I'm always afraid that they're like flagging me and then they're going to come for me or something. But but you go on and you can't avoid anything. Like they throw out clickbait everywhere. Yeah. It's really stressful. It's
gonna be tough.
My advice to you is, and this sounds like a weird manifestation tip, but you're really good at already feeling feelings. So you have to streamline your ability to feel them in a way that is not interrupted. So edit and delete the vibrations in your life that do not serve you wherever you can. And a lot of it's going to be social media.
This is really weird. I just lost 7 followers since this segment started. Okay, so obviously I was annoying 7 people.
You're annoying. You hardly post.
I know.
Your stories. Yeah. You have like one font you know how to use.
Yeah. Actually, I changed the font.
Oh,
yeah, I finally figured out how to change the font.
Good job.
All right. Well, I agree with that. And I hope one day, I don't like social media either, being a red. I don't know. It just bothers me. I think it's annoying. But
I know.
Maybe one day it'll be gone.
Okay.
And then the Indigos will win and rule the world.
Okay, Scott.
All right. Purple.
Nobody talks to each other.
Yeah. Indigos rule the world.
It's all just snail mail forever.
I think the world would be much better if Indigos ruled the world.
Okay. That's interesting. Yeah. I like that. Okay.
Purples.
Listen, purples, we be lazy. Okay. And we don't got time for all this manifesting stuff. Honestly, if it's work, we're not doing it. And that's okay. You have to embrace who you are, guys. Okay. Purple pep talk. Ready? And this is for any of you that align to this, even if you're not purple, but purple pep talk. You can't flip and change who you are to manifest what you want. It has to come from where you are authentically. So, purple manifestation trick is subliminal message yourself. And this has worked for me so well. So easy. here we go. Listen to spiritual trap music. I am not even joking. I've said this a gazillion times, and I'll say it a gazillion times more because I'm telling you it works. Listen, I like listening to the albums like everybody else does. I do. I like to keep on top of like what music's in and all that. But you'll see me most of the time listening to my spiritual trap music. I have my own playlist. It's on Spotify. I'm not verified or anything. Just come find me, The Mystic Michaela. You can follow it. But they're just to get you started. But or you can listen to HC frequency music, binaural beats. The spiritual trap's just funny and has words and stuff. Affirmation music where they just like, it's just music where they're like, I don't chase, I attract, like all the time. Like that's the song. And it really works. Another thing is record your own audio notes and just like play them to yourself. Like, you are rich. You are doing great, girl.
I'm not purple. But,
yeah.
I'm for these. I like these
they're
too.
fun.
And the kids love these.
Oh, I do this with the kids.
I don't know if it works or not, but I like some of the songs.
Yeah.
And I definitely love the binaural beats.
Oh, yes.
Like that will definitely calm you. You know, you can do it for different things.
It's like science.
Yeah, that's just science.
I think.
I think so. It definitely works for me. I love a good binaural beat, but
yeah.
And I'm not purple here, but I like this one.
It helps you stay on vibe. It also puts the messages in your brain.
Yeah.
You know, I fall asleep to like my meditations that I listen to on YouTube or whatever. Put stuff where I can see it, even if I'm not reading it, even if I'm going about my day, like it's hitting me subliminally, and it really does work. So there you go, purples. It's really not that hard.
All right, let's take on the turquoises.
So turquoises, you know, this is going to make a lot of sense if you're turquoise. And if you're not, it might sound a little too woo-woo. So let me start there. But if you're turquoise, you're going to be like, oh, okay, cool. Turquoises are very absorbent. I say that all the time. They're very mirror-like. So a lot of times when you're turquoise, you don't know if you're picking up other people's reflections and reflecting back to them what they are versus yourself, or you're so, you know, you've just dispersed into other people's energies and now you got people's stuff back into you. Or it can be hard to hold an intention is my point when you're turquoise, meaning I don't know what I want, like that, or I did want this yesterday but today I don't. So like you can feel like your intentions get fickle on you a bit. So you need some sort of talisman or some sort of something to ground you, and crystals are a great way to do that. And programming a crystal is not a new thing in this world, but I would say definitely program a crystal with an intention. And maybe you have 2 to 3 of these going at once. So clear quartz is a great place to start, but if you want to get nuanced, so we'll start with clear quartz. And, you know, you put it out in the sun or whatever, so make sure it's cleansed. And then you just have your intention, whatever it is. I am healthy. My body is working for me, something like that. You know, whatever your intention is. I just did a health one for you there. And then you put it on your third eye, which is the space between your eyebrows, and you just repeat it over and over and over and over again until you feel like the crystal has absorbed it. And that's it. It's been programmed. Okay. And anytime you're feeling a little bit like, who am I? What's going on? I feel lost. Pick up your intention crystal and just hold it. Keep it with you, you know, put it under your pillow, like whatever you got to do. And it's just an understanding that, and it's not like a magical thing, and it's not like putting faith outside of yourself. It's just like a grounding tool if you feel like your energy gets a little scattered. And that can help you just stick to an intention so it doesn't lose you or you lose it. So that's my turquoise one.
All right. And what about the pinks?
Pinks, pinks. Of all of them, I would say pinks manifest the best.
They're the best.
Because they can do it in their own joy bubble. I talk about the Pink Aura Joy Bubble, which is just kind of like a filter. They like Glinda's bubble. They put around themselves all the time. And it's this small little space where they just, anything they want just happens in their bubble. So like they're good. That's why a lot of us watch Pinks and they're like, what world you living in? Like that. And they're like, they're living in their dreamland already, usually. So if you're Pink and you're struggling with this, a lot of times, I mean, this lucky girl syndrome, lucky girl manifestation, that was huge on TikTok like a while ago. But that's just like, I am so lucky. Everything always works out for me. And then anything that happens to you during the day, you just bless it. You bless it as luck. You bless it as wealth from the universe. You bless it as abundance. Oh my gosh, that person just smiled at me. Oh my gosh, I'm so lucky. Everybody likes me. Everybody loves me and I love them, So anything that happens to you, bless as success. Maybe your boss lets you go. I am so lucky I got let go from that place because I have this, thank goodness, because the door is going to open and that couldn't open if I was there. Oh, what a successful day I got fired. Everything you do is you bless it a success. And that's kind of like, it's like lucky girl, or you could call it a manifestation, any sort of manifestation game in general. Sometimes just playing pretend, like we did as kids. It's like scripting, but a little bit more, fantastical and a little bit more like in the moment, but just kind of play these games with yourself and bless everything a success. That's a great pink manifestation because that's what they do. Anything that happens, they're like, look how lucky I am. That happened for me. Cool. Everybody looks out for me like that.
All right. So this is basically one tip for each color, but there's obviously you could do others for different colors. There's many, many ways.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a couple scenarios here. How about like me? Like what if you go through life and you're not manifesting consciously. Like I don't go through my average day saying, hey, I'm going to manifest today.
Yeah. Do
you have to manifest? Like, let's say I don't want to. I'm like, let's say you're just content. Like, you know me, I'm fairly content.
Yeah.
Like I don't manifest, do I?
Maybe you don't want anything.
Or maybe you don't want anything.
Yeah, and that's fine too.
Maybe I'm in that blue category where, blues don't know what they want or whatever. I don't know.
You're all manifesting everyone's manifesting all the time, 24 hours a day.
Yeah. But let's say you're not actively.
Right. So you have to watch your reality shifting though.
Oh, reality shifting.
Yeah, and that's a big one around here.
Yeah, that's a big one.
I've taught the kids as if this is actual physics because reality shifting is so real. Yeah. And even if because you're constantly creating your experience that you're currently living in, you do, even if you don't want with anything, you do want to maintain it as like spiritual hygiene and like health, like, a spiritual vibrational hygiene. And reality shifting is a big part of that. What is reality shifting?
Yeah. I believe in that one 100%.
I have to explain what that is because nobody knows. So, well, they do.
If you listen to this podcast.
You guys probably do. But anyway, so reality shifting is your mindset is immediately contagious to your surroundings. Yeah. So some people have a quicker reaction time, and I think that's red auras than other, and sometimes purples, than other aura colors. That means that if you're in a bad mood, bad things happen immediately. Here, and this is like, you wake up, oh my gosh, I woke up late. You get out of bed, you stub your toe. Yeah. There it is, right there. Okay, pick out my outfit, nothing's clean. Oh my gosh, I have to wear this wrinkly shirt. I don't have time to iron it. You go downstairs, you don't have time to eat. Now you're hungry. Now, all right, I'll get in the car. Oh my gosh, I forgot to get gas. Then the gas line's so long, and I hit every light. Now I'm getting to work. And then what happens? Like, somebody's mean to you, or you don't get invited to the happy hour, or you didn't get the opportunity, or like you didn't see the thing that would have helped you be creative today or something. So it domino effects.
It sure does.
And it can do the other way too.
Yep. It sure can do it the other way too. Yeah.
So what you have to see is when you start, and it's not like when it's spiritual bypassing, which is when we ignore our feelings, and everything's great. Like, cause we have to watch, we're not doing that either. It's more just kind of, you get up late, you stub your toe, you're like, whoop, hang on. Stop myself here.
Yeah, no, and this is me talking, right? I could do this, and I know I can stop it dead in its tracks now.
Yes.
I used to not be able to.
Yeah.
And it would spiral out of control. Yeah. And I even said it a couple of weeks ago, I think on the podcast. Sometimes I tell everyone, don't move. Yeah. Just stay where you are. Don't make a move.
Right.
But I could recognize it. I can recognize it the other way too. Yeah. Where it's going good.
Yes.
Where, something positive and then it just piles on.
Yeah.
So I want to keep that. I want to learn how to keep that going longer.
Yeah.
But I definitely learned how to stop the negative one.
Right.
Where air condition goes and you're like, oh crap. And then
you start getting grumbly.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's not ignoring your feelings. It's just like, oh, wait a second.
You just acknowledge it.
I feel rushed.
Yeah.
And I'm not thrilled with what's happening, but that's okay. Yeah. And that's actually a normal feeling. Yeah. And I'm going to be okay. And so it's like, acknowledging where you're at.
How do you get the positive one to keep going though?
So you got it.
That could be like,
your problem really cool. Is you get like desperate. You're like more.
Yeah,
like
that. No, that's what happens to me. Like it starts coming.
Right.
And it's like going so amazing.
Yeah.
And like 3 or 4 things will happen in a row. And you're like, but then they'll just like stop.
Right, because you can't get desperate.
Okay.
You just have to
So
be like, that's so cool.
I probably get too overhyped.
I think like staying in wonderment
Mhm.
is a good place to stay versus, oh, let me give you an idea universe for what's next.
Yeah, okay.
So the second you're like, oh, now I have an idea, they're like, yeah, never mind, we're done now. We're just going to pause. So more like wonderment.
Okay.
Like really like, that was so cool that happened that way. And that was so neat. I got that boon or I got that offer. I got that experience. That was so cool. Wasn't that amazing? Oh my gosh. Let me review how I felt during that. Like that's how you keep it going. Like kind of stay in the emotion of like, cool, wonderment. That was awesome. Gratitude like that. Instead of, wouldn't it be cool if now this happened? Like that.
All right.
But guys, I just hope you all feel like empowered.
I hope they do. I mean, like,
we're all working on it.
If it doesn't happen for you, then just know it doesn't happen for me either.
It does happen for you. And that's why your spirit guides dump you.
I dumped Phoebe. Okay, let's get this straight.
That's why they dump you.
Mikey's my guy now.
Mikey
212 NYC. He's my guy.
All right. Let's
take a quick break. We'll do a quick. Why don't we do a little overtime?
Okay.
Because we do have to talk about the Christmas exchange, which you won.
My kids' food looks so good, and it's because I've been giving them Nurture Life. I'm wanting to eat it too when they're eating. This podcast is sponsored by Nurture Life. Nurture Life is a meal delivery service that makes nutritious meals and snacks your kids will actually want to eat while giving parents the support they need to. Nurture Life's whole menu is perfect for kids aged 10 months to 10 years old. Their fresh meals and snacks are nutritious, delicious, and fully cooked. That means they're ready to serve in just 1 minute. Nurture Life lets kids enjoy a healthy, nutritionally balanced diet while still eating all their favorites like mac and cheese, spaghetti and meatballs, and so much more. And parents can be sure there's always a healthy meal that their little ones will love. That's why Nurture Life is the top meal delivery service for babies and kids, and it's even allergy friendly too. Right now, my kids are obsessed with the Swedish meatballs. I think they'd eat the 3 times a day for the rest of their life. Like Nurture Life has other foods that they love too. It's just this is this week's favorite. And I love being able to feed them something fast, especially on those busy nights. I don't have to compromise their nutrition because we got to get out of the house quick. And I don't put up with fights. They gladly gobble that down. How does Nurture Life work? It's very simple. You choose from more than 50 nutritious meals and snacks on their menu, from finger foods for babies and toddlers to kids' meals for older kids. And the Nurture Life does all the cooking for you. The fresh meals are delivered straight to your door in refrigerated packaging. So head to nurturelife.com/KYA and use code KYA for 55% off your first order plus free shipping. That's right, 55% off plus free shipping. Once again, that's nurturelife.com/KYA, and make sure you use my promo code KYA. Even if you aren't a parent with young kids, you might have some parent friends who struggle with mealtime. Make sure to share our code so our show gets the credit. Thank you so much. Remember, put your little ones first with healthy meals from Nurture Life. Hey, Scotty.
Hey, guys. All right. First overtime of 2026.
Overtime.
All right. You want to set the rules of overtime?
You can go.
Don't
actually stay.
Yes. We actually want you to go.
Go.
Anything we say right now is not on us.
No.
It's on you.
It's on you. It's not been scripted.
Yep. Jumanji. If you want to play, if you're playing that game too. All right, here we go.
All right, here we are.
Overtime.
So Christmas exchange happened. And just to review this year, every year we do it. And this year the theme was holiday department store nostalgic gift.
Yeah.
And the criteria for grading on our rubric was how holiday is it? How nostalgic is it?
Yeah.
Color. How lasting of a trend is it? If it's trendy, it can't work. And then it was, we were both going to go to a department store and pick it out. And then our money limit was $60.
Right.
Okay. So we picked Super Saturday, which is the Saturday before Christmas, to go to the mall.
It's weird because I didn't even know there was a thing called Super Saturday.
Yeah.
But 2 years in a row now, we've found ourselves at Super Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we wanted part of the Christmas exchange.
We had to go.
It was all right, we have to deal with the hustle and bustle. But let me tell you, it was insane at the mall.
Yeah, this is the Boca Town Mall.
It was actually crazy.
It was nuts.
I mean, who says malls are dead?
No,
They're
mall
not.
was hopping.
It was hot. It was wall to wall.
Wall to wall.
So let's explain. So
okay.
We were there with the kids. Bree and Scott. Bree decides, our red purple Bree decides to go with Scott, so the 2 reds, and then turquoise purple Abby went with me.
Right.
And then we're like, meet you back.
Yeah. Well, we did a rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
To see who gets to go to which store first to make it fair.
Mm-hmm.
We rock, paper, scissored it. You won, and you picked Macy's.
Yeah.
And I picked Bloomingdale's.
Right.
Bad pick.
So first, so this happens concurrently, but tell us your experience, Scott. Go.
All right. So
you and Bree take off.
So I dropped you guys off at Macy's.
Yeah.
And I already saw some good stuff there. So I was like, but I could go back to Macy's, but first I had to go to Bloomingdale's.
Yeah.
So me and Bree, we go to Bloomingdale's. We're dodging people. It's two reds going through the crowd. We're giving elbows.
You're focused.
We're focused.
Right.
We're moving at a real fast pace.
Yeah.
We get into Bloomingdale's. Okay, first of all, this is not a place I belong. Bloomingdale's is not a place I belong.
It was a little too upscale.
Yeah, it's just
for
it's
you.
too upscale.
Too rich for your blood.
Yeah. I'm more like the free coffee at the Hampton guy. But so we're finding some things and they're scattered about.
Yeah.
And literally, there was a Hershey bar. It was a Hershey bar.
Okay.
For like $70.
That's stupid.
I am not paying $70 for a Hershey's bar.
What are you even talking about?
Yeah, it was like a chocolate. It was like a bar. It wasn't Hershey's, but there was a bar of chocolate.
I don't trust department store chocolate.
$70. I'm not buying a $70 bar of chocolate.
Somebody on the page said
I can manifest that for free.
Bloomingdale's and Macy's are owned by the same company or something.
I have no idea, but we were a little upset at Bloomingdale's.
Yeah,
because remember the budget was $60.
Yeah,
and I don't know, unless I wanted to get engaged to you again, it was no gift there for me.
I don't get it.
Well, because all these men were there buying like rings and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and those salespeople were selling them these overpriced rings and all that stuff.
All right.
But so we were a little deflated.
Oh.
So we got out of Bloomingdale's. We're like, all right, we're gonna have to pull this off and go to Macy's.
Right.
Because Neiman Marcus, forget that. That we're never gonna find.
The Volca Mall has like the real high end stores. So,
yeah. What am I getting at Neiman Marcus? Like a crumb of a candy bar.
Yeah.
So anyway, we had a reality shift. We had to get out of that.
Yes.
So what we did,
you guys are so freaking cheap.
I'm sounding so cheap.
You are so cheap.
I'm not this cheap, people.
Yes.
We found a store selling just like fancy chocolates. They were giving away samples. So we just kept going in and getting
You're
the
like,
samples.
I'm not buying you anything here, but take a sample.
Yeah, no, I actually pretended. I'm like, oh, let me see that pecan-crusted chocolate dark from Malaysia, whatever. And, they really thought I was going to buy something. And then, so then I'm like, Bree, you do it too. So Bree went in. And that changed. See, that's where we switched it.
Okay. You got your freebie chocolate and you reality shifted.
Right, we reality shifted.
Okay.
And we were like really... hyper after that.
Yeah.
And then, so we went, and then we went to Macy's.
Okay.
Am I telling that story too? The
full
story? Oh, okay.
And I'll do mine.
So we didn't want to make sure we didn't run into you guys because we didn't know where you were.
Right.
So then, we went up and you had to go to like the third floor.
Okay.
And I mean, look, this is the good part was everything was like 75% off.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. The deals.
Everything was on a sale. So it's good that we waited that long because otherwise I would have paid much more.
Oh yeah, we know that's important to you,
right? But
free coffee, man.
So we're up there, we're looking through the stuff. We're on the third floor. We're keeping an eye out for you because we didn't know where you guys were.
Yeah.
And there it was. There was like a beam of light. I saw it.
Yeah.
This gift. It was, if you've seen your Instagram, you know what it is. It was the classic Rudolph cookie jar. From Spodak, which is like a very famous China company from England. 1938 they were established.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever it's called.
You said it wrong, guys.
Yeah, sure. And it was like this, it was perfect. It had the nostalgia.
Yeah.
Everything.
It's on my highlights at Know Your Aura Pod.
Yeah, I mean,
you can look at it.
It would, it was like perfect.
Right.
Okay, so me and Bree so I show it to Bree. She's like, yes, that's the one. We're like so excited. We go to the machines that tell you the pricing.
Yeah.
So we're like, all right, find one of those machines that gives us the pricing. We get the pricing. Right. We beeps under the machine. Okay, originally this item was $250.
That's insane.
I'm like, what is wrong with
That's
these people?
crazy.
Who's gonna pay
$250
does that.
For this? They do that, yeah, no.
But then it was actually on sale for $80.
Oh, that's $20 over the limit.
Right, and I went into like panic mode because that's over the limit. But I knew this is the perfect gift. There's nothing that's going to beat this gift. I have to have it.
Well, meanwhile, I'll get to that part.
Okay.
Because then that's where our stories will merge.
Okay.
Meanwhile, back to Macy's. Abby and I say goodbye to you. We take off. We go straight up to the 3rd floor. I see it. Abby sees it. It's Old World Santa. He's holding wine and he's bringing grapes. Okay. He's in a beautiful velvet Old World outfit. His beard is Snow White. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's perfect. It's nostalgic. It's holiday. It's colorful. It's all the things. And I look and he's on sale for like 20. He's originally like $80, but he was on sale for like $20. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm $40 under limit. And the rule was only one gift, by the way.
Right.
One gift and not over 60. So I buy him.
Unless it was a part of a set.
Right. So I buy him. And that was it. Like her and I did this and like, we were like, oh my gosh, we won it. This is great. Oh, wow. 10 minutes. We were done. We go to Bath and Body Works to smell all the candles. And I get a text. Can I buy something that's 80? When Scott texts, it's in his accent. And I said, no. And he's just like quiet. And then there's dots and then no dots and then dots.
Well, this is what happened on the dots.
Okay.
So on the dots, I went up to the cashier.
Okay.
And I said, could you give me the employee discount? I'm like, could you please discount this anyway?
Right.
And he's like saying no. And then I showed him the box. Okay.
Right.
And this box had like, the box was a little crushed because obviously it'd been out for, the whole season. Yeah. So the box was like a little crushed. I'm like, well, there's damage here to this box.
Wow.
Could you give me could you give me the, well, I wanted to get
haggle.
it. I wanted it. No, I had to get it under the price.
Okay.
And he's like, well, no. And he's like, well, nothing's damaged to the item, only the box.
Okay.
So they wouldn't give me the discount.
Oh.
And then, of course, he comes out with a new one. He's like, well, I have a new one right here. Like there was another one like hiding away that was in perfect condition. Oh. So what am I supposed to say now?
So then
now I'd be like real cheap.
I'm at Bath and Body Works and Abby and I are like, what? And then Abby's like, well, you could get that other thing we saw, which was a vintage, like 1950s looking Christmas tree that lights up. It's like ceramic. I love them, like the Christmas tree. And I was like, okay, you can go up to 80 if I can get a second gift.
I was like, fine.
And then you were like, deal. Okay. So Abby and I go and get the second gift. And honestly, it was only 40. So I came to 64 total. But good. I got the second gift, which was the tree. And they looked like they went together.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so we separately put the gifts in the cart. And then all of a sudden, Abby and I are just, what are you going to say something?
Yeah. No, but you understand, when we got this gift, and you then agreed to the $80 upcharge, whatever.
Yeah.
We were elated. We were like dancing around Macy's. We were flying down the escalator.
Right.
Bree goes, if you could have felt the Christmas spirit, we felt it. Like
you guys were the Christmas spirit.
We were the Christmas spirit. There were people like traveling behind us, following us, like in Rocky. You know, the movie Rocky. They were following us to see where we go, like on Frosty when all the kids follow him down the street.
They were like Frosty.
It was so amazing. Like
down through
we had
the village.
so like we could have done anything in that moment.
Yeah,
that's how much I guess manifesting. That's what we were doing.
You guys were like glowing.
And Bree, another one who was also with the reality shifting, could be just a bad mood, it's a good mood. She's like, Dad, it feels like we're in a movie. It feels like we're in a Christmas movie right now. And because I think at the same time you were going up the escalator, we were going down.
We were like seeing each other.
Yeah. And we were trying to hide from you.
Yeah.
And so we were on a high when you ran into us.
So then we texted and we know nobody's holding gifts. We all put them away. And then we were like, meet, in the shoes at Macy's. And Abby and I are just sitting there, like, we're quiet. Oh, that's so nice. What a nice time. So cozy. We're holding hands. And then you two, the two red auras, charge us like flipping bulls in a china shop. Yeah. And they're like, you're going down. You lost. Get ready to lose on Christmas. Get ready to lose, losers, in your face. And like Abby and I are like, this is like so accosted by your vibration. Like we were like, whoa. Like so like accosted by the energy. We were like, oh. It was so much.
Handle our
we were like,
vibration.
Okay.
We're
so like,
high.
Okay.
It was so high.
But it was so like aggressive.
It was aggressive and high.
And then you're like, let's get Annie Ann's. And then we went to get Annie Ann's.
Yeah, then we got
because that's what you do at the mall.
And of course, the kids got more gifts.
When Scott's in a good mood, he'll spend money on the mall pretzel.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Only one. for everyone, and that's the truth. That is the truth.
No, everyone gets what they wanted, Annie.
No, you get the 1 cup of the pretzel, and you're like, cinnamon or butter, not both.
That's not true.
It's true. You know it.
You guys don't eat any of it.
We don't get to talk. And then, yes, Brie and I both get our Diet Coke. Abby gets her lemonade, and then you're just like sipping Abby's, and her face is just like, this cheapo. Oh. But you were, I don't mean to make fun of your cheapness.
That's fine.
You did it to yourself with the Hampton story.
I did. It's true.
But anyways, long story short, I won. Now, I haven't won in years.
Yeah.
And so it's a big day for me, guys. You all voted in my favor. Thank you. Having said that, what Scott got was actually gorgeous. Like, it is beautiful and it is vintage. And perhaps if everybody saw it in person, see, I can't, you're so important for you to win, even in this moment.
I would give
I have to
you don't understand.
do
like,
this.
This was my, actually, of all the exchanges, I think this is probably my favorite by far.
Okay.
Maybe, it's definitely the top 3 favorite exchanges. I would give, like, if we can go back, I'll give you, like, 2 of my previous wins.
Really?
Or 3. I'll give you 3 of my...
I don't agree, but okay.
If this is something we could do, let me know if this is something. I'll give you 3 of my old wins to take this win.
No, because every time you win, you're so about it. And I'm like, good job. I'm a gracious loser.
Yeah.
I won this year.
I know.
It's a big deal for me.
You did.
It's a big deal. But I'm going to say something. This is my favorite exchange that we've done.
Yeah, me too.
Well, not because I won. Only because we had so much fun at the mall.
It was fun.
It was very like it was what I wanted, like 1996.
It was.
Mall. Hustle bustle.
This probably, I mean, the Walgreens one will go down as amazing.
Aside from the Walgreens
the 15 minutes at a Walgreens.
15 minutes at a Walgreens.
That was fantastic. That was the best idea I think we ever had. That was your idea.
Thank you.
But this is probably my favorite.
I like this because it was like very holiday and the kids got involved.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'll give you a couple wins. I'll give you.
No.
Could I give
I do not
wins?
agree.
Like, I'll give you my win with the food item. Like, you could take that win.
No.
And I'll give you the QVC win for this one.
You get to choose next year's.
That's true. I do.
Exchange.
All right. I'll start thinking about it.
Well, Happy New Year, guys. And this, go manifest your free cup of coffee. Scott gave you some tips.
And we truly hope if you are, and we started with, if you've been listening to this for 7 years and you don't know your oracle,
you're blue.
I truly hope that this is the year that you do get this.
Well, always come join us. I always say, like, if nothing else, if you just hang around, you'll figure it out. So thank you in this new year for hanging out, being part of the Mystic Michaela spiritual family. This podcast is for you and about you. And we're so glad you spent some time with us today.